Hey guys, this is the first time I ever used this with you guys, so hopefully this works well for you. I'm going to guide you through a couple of examples, exactly what you're doing today, in hopes that we can make this a little easy in my absence. So first of all, it says find the mean, median, mode, range, and difference in quartiles of the given data set and of the data set obtained by adding 6 to each value. Okay, let's first review what each of these terms mean. So mean is the average. So you're going to want to add all the numbers in the list and then divide by the number of numbers there are. So in number 1, I'm going to add 14, 15, 16, 16, 16, 17, 18, 20, and 21, and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that'll be the average. The median is the middle number. Now you must have them in order, and then you go search for the middle. The mode is the most occurring number. So whichever number in the list occurs the most, that is your mode. The range is the high number minus the low number. And the difference of quartiles we'll get here in a minute, okay? So let's start with the mean. Grab your calculator and let's add all those up. So I'm adding 14 plus 15 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 17 plus 18 plus 20 plus 21. And I get 153. But I must divide by the number of numbers there are, so I'm going to divide by 9. And that means that the mean is 17. The median is the middle number. Since there are 9 of them, if there are 9 things, that would put 4 on each side of the middle. See, there'd be 4 numbers here and 4 numbers here, and so the middle one happens to be that 16. They must be in order to find that middle. The mode is the most occurring number. The most occurring number in this list is the number 16, which occurs 3 times. So we'll just say the mode is 16. The range is the highest score minus the lowest score. So 21 minus 14, the range is 7. Okay. Now, we can, and I think we've done this once before this year, but we can make a box and whisker plot out of this. Okay? And a box and whisker plot puts your high score on the top, your low score on the bottom, your middle score right on this inner line right in there, and then this thing called the quartiles, okay? What the quartiles are the middle of the top. So the middle score of the top will go on the top line. The middle score of the bottom will go on the bottom line. So let's go ahead and find the middle. The middle of 17, 18, 20, and 21 will be the average of 18 and 21 and 20. So the middle of the top half is 19. We'll put that right there on the box. The middle of the bottom half would be these 2 scores. The middle of the bottom looks like I'd add 15 and 16 together and divide by 2. That is 15.5. This difference in the quartiles that they talk about is the subtraction of 19 and 15.5. It's the length of the box. So 19 minus 15.5 is 3.5. That's the length of the box. Okay? Now that's what you're going to do for each set here. And then what they want you to do is increase the set by 6 on each score and see if anything changes to redo the calculations. So I'm going to clear this all off. We're going to make each score 6 bigger than it was, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's try and do number 4 by putting them in order. So it looks like we'll get those written down here. So now that they're in order, let's find the mean. When I add those all together, I get 350 divided by, this time there's only 8 scores. So when I get a mean of 43.75, median is the middle number. Since there are 8 scores, there's not going to be an exact middle. You might have encountered this on problem 2 maybe. The exact middle, so there are 4 scores to the bottom, there are 4 scores to the top. The middle of the scores that surround that middle line, 45 and 45, the middle is the average of 45 and 45, which is 45. So if you ever have an even number of scores, you average the middle 2 numbers to get the median. Okay? The mode, the most occurring number, is 45. Okay? And the range is the high score minus the low score. So 60 minus 30 is 30. That is the range. And we would want to worry about the lengths of the boxes now. Okay, so the length of the box. The upper quartile is the middle of these top 4 scores. So I'd average 45 and 50 by adding 45 to 50, hitting enter, and then dividing by 2. I find that the top of the box is 47.5. And I'll do the same thing on the bottom of the box by averaging the middle of the bottom 2 scores, or the middle of the bottom scores, 35 and 40. 35 plus 40 is 75, divided by 2 is 37.5. So what's the length of the box? From 47.5 minus 37.5, the length of this box is 10. That's said to be the difference in the quartiles, is 10. Okay, now the second half of this is to increase each value by 20% and do it again and see what happens. I'll help you get each value increased by 20%, but then you'll just do this exact same thing. Okay, so to increase each value by 20%, that is, you want it to be everything that it is and 20% more, we just simply need to multiply each value by 1.2. Okay, 20% as a decimal is 0.2. So each of these numbers in this list, I'll take times 1.2 and write it down. So 30 times 1.2 is 36. 35 times 1.2 is 42. 40 times 1.2 is 48. 45 times 1.2 is 54. 45 times 1.2 again would be 54. And one more time would be 54. 50 times 1.2 is 60. And 60 times 1.2 is 72. And now, with these numbers in this list, I want you to do exactly the same thing. Find the mean, the median, the mode, the range, and the difference in the quartiles for each of that data. Okay? If you can get accomplished these tasks through problem 6, we'll call that good enough for today, because these are kind of time consuming. They do take a little bit of time, but I'm mostly concerned about your understanding. Please feel free to go back and watch this again as needed, and we'll get together again when I get back, so I can go over anything you have questions on. Have a great day.